Genesis 6:11. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence. Because of them, I'm surely going to destroy both of them and the earth. You already discussed about the violence and the corrupt. I can't imagine how violent and how corrupted human, but since they are laws, they are kindness, they are justice. So in my eyes, it's not that violent nor corrupted. But in God's eye, it's very perspective thing. So God put his perspective things above the facts, because there is nothing listed as corrupt or violence, nothing, no detail. God doesn't need to, I guess. Also right here, when God keep talking Noah this way, the same words, it's kind of like this. You get up every morning, doesn't matter you teeth brush or wash face, whatever, and you just look into the mirror, into yourself, and you keep saying, yeah, I'm beautiful, right? Or like in Japan, actually, there are a lot of like company training, people just every morning they gather together, just work hard, I'm good, work hard, I'm good. It's a hypnosis. But why God won't use such matter to hypnose Noah? It's interesting. I think, firstly, God cannot 100% control us. He cannot possess us, because possess is a very risky action. So see those kind of, we always see little monster, little demon possess human or possess something, then they were trapped. Yes, indeed. We are a unique creature. We are actually the small universe. Yeah, you can enter a universe, but you leave the universe without any consequence. It's impossible. You have to give the consequence, right? Also, another thing is, I believe after thousands or 100,000 years, God disappointed about the blood and the breeze creature. Think about it. All the land animal, all the humans. What do we have the commons? Blood. That's the water. Breeze. That's the air. So all the breeze, all the air and the blood on the earth, God has no way to control them. Even he used the separation or the make it complicate, add like different things into it, try to make it change. No, it doesn't work. The earth is very strong. The will is very strong. So only thing I think God noticed is human difference. We have a soul. As I said, soul is the product of the earth and the heavens battle, because the blood and the breeze provide all the forces, right? And the spirit battle with all those things while we're alive, the soul will alive. But after we're dead, the soul just left us because the battle is finished. We rest in peace, but the battle is finished. So the soul left. But the soul has certain power or certain things God, he wanted, or he noticed that's the new thing to defeat the earth. So he has to change the strategy. He has to start everything from the beginning, from the scratch. So that's, I believe God want to destroy most of the most of the human being and the animal, because he want to start from the beginning to dealing with soul. So after that, we saw there is more word about the soul, spirit, about the how to pray. Pray is a way of focus, of chanting, of modify your soul. Your alpha wave actually help to make a difference. That's my I got the direction from this sentence. In here, when God told Noah, the earth is corrupted, everything is full of violence, he repeat and repeat, right? I already said it's a kind of a hypnosis. I think hypnosis, even God has to go through this kind of method to, I'd rather say, to influence or to tempt Noah, because it's a willing power. When God passed the message to Noah, maybe through voice, maybe through directly will, just talk in Noah's mind. Either way, those are the power, are the willing powers speaking in it. So right now, I notice there is an old time people said, if you tell the liar 1,000 times, it became the truth. Indeed. So when you talk about it, keep talking one thing. Not many people will check, will verify, will validate everything. They just hear. Then their mind, their will towards that direction. So if I'm telling you there is a tiger on the street, you don't believe it. 2 people, you don't believe it. 3 people, you will believe it. So that's the point, is when God repeat something, even that moment Noah tried to ask what violence, what kind of violence, or how corrupted, right? And I don't think he will, because God keep repeat. He already just be hypnotized. Yeah, that's how I noticed. So that's the method God used to pass his message. He repeats something, enforce the concept. Right now, same thing. Those I just mentioned the previous video. Those Japanese company at the beginning, they enforce themselves, self-hypnosis. I'm good, I'm so confident, whatever those kinds of things. Right now we use in the military training, use in the school, teaching kids everywhere. It's just a method, just like you keep repeating one thing, make your mind and your body get used to it. That's so that's the reason Noah, he will do these things. He built an ark for 100 years without any hesitation, or just gather all his resources to do it. Genesis 6:14. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make a room in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Make a roof for it, and finish the ark to within 18 inches of the top. Put a door in the side of the ark, and make a lower, middle, and upper decks. In the Bible, it says like, firstly, the size of the ark. The size of the ark is, they talk about the feet, right? But actually it's not, because convert right now the New Bible NIV, they convert it to the feet. But even the feet, it's huge, it's crazy, because based upon the calculation right now, modern calculation, this is more than 100, I think it's 150 meters, and it's a huge boat. They say like the size is kind of 1/3 of a Titanic. So my question is, how could ancient time people able to make such huge ship? Because the most important things for the ship is keel. The keel takes all the weight, take all the main structure. It's kind of like a spine, everything. Unless they are so different, right? So there is one thing, the wood made by cypress wood. So it came from Cyprus, and most are just pine trees. They full of oil, so it's easy to floating. But do they have some tree more than 150 meters tall? I can't imagine some tree more than 150 meters tall, you know. I think even taller, because if you want to do keel, you need the best part of the tree. So it's gonna be like maybe 1/3 of it. So how could the tree will be 450 meters tall? That probably happened. I would say, yeah, I assume everything's true. So that probably happened because that time there are so many giants, right? And I don't know how big they are. So maybe that time Earth, all the trees are huge. But even trees are huge, it takes Noah how many years? Many tens of years, decades, to build this ship. And can't be himself. There has to be like helpers. And I think his son is very young. Right there, his son probably less than 100 years old. And so it's teenage, like a human age teenage. I don't think they will be the main laborers. It's interesting. Also, it's interesting globally. They all have their ancestors build a ship, escape the Great Flood, and some has details, some doesn't. So I'm kind of right here have a little thought about heaven structure. I think it's kind of like inside trading, because when God tell everybody, he claimed, say, I'm going to destroy everything. No, he can't just do by himself. He has to notify the heavens. He has to get the consensus from the heavens. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then for those heaven, whatever, get persuaded by him, okay, you do it. But since all the settlements, all the humans made up by ours, which means heaven's image and likeness, right? So what like it? Corruption, the character, the inside characters. So when heavens, they have this kind of decision, I think possible, all other gods, they will let the people they choose use the similar reason. Okay, just build a boat. I don't want to say anything more, but you know what? Build a boat. That's it. Simple. So possible another god from Sumerian, from Aztec, from China, from Indian, Egyptian, whatever. They just let the people they choose. They still want to keep their their gene. That's possible, my hypothesis. Also, I think when God see corruption and violence all over, the corruption and violence are bad, right? So evil and good. But you cannot remove all the evils, even you try to test it on earth. The reason is, since there is a fruit of a good and the evil, so evil and the goodness will be there forever. Matter is who will take the leads. That's it. So I think probably the heavens culture is after, I don't know how many decades, billion years, or some kind of civilization, they knew how to control the evil properly. So for them, the earth, the evil, all those things, they cannot stand with it. That's all I can think. There are so many videos, so many researchers, they talk about Noah's Ark, talk about where it located and whether it is true or not. I highly believe, during that time, there are a couple ships like Noah's Ark, right, floating around, and so all the human being was survived. Also, in Turkey right now, they do find out some kind of wood remaining, and the original tomb, everything is traced back. I think is the family survived from the flood. So I believe the Great Flood did happen, and the human being did survive through those boat, ship, those kind of method. But I'm just like a question about God didn't give Noah detailized how he should do a systematic kind of design for the ark, and how long he gonna set the flood. So how could Noah stock all the food for himself and for animals? And it's just like firstly we think about it. The flood lasts for about a year, right? So they need 1 year food stored, and also after everything back to normal, you need the seeds to grow all the crops, or the veggie, or the wheat, rice, whatever, everything. But during that time, you still need to eat, right? You still need to eat. Also, before all the animals start to populate, you still need what? You need a meat, right? So you need a couple cows or a goat, something. Then the whole year on the ship, do you think animals, they will keep quiet? No, animals, they will getting horny any moment. So they might start to populate. So they're gonna have some small pigs, small sheep, small dog, or small pigeon, whatever, start to grow. Small rats start to grow, right? What about animal? What do they eat? And what about animal? Or the predator, lion, tiger, they're gonna eat the rice, they're gonna eat the grass? No, they have to eat the meat, right? So that's another issue. Also, how they gonna take care of all the animals poo-poo? It will be a lot of animal, it will be really stinks, right? So you can't, it's not that easy to design a sewing system. So a lot of questions remaining, and God didn't tell Noah how to do it. And I think at that time probably those people already have really advanced technology to build such a boat, such big, a huge ark. And it's interesting. And Noah has no question, no doubt in his people. I mean, I don't think Noah can do it himself. So his people, all the slaves, all the other, both parties, evil evil parties. They corrupted and evil party, they have no hesitation. They fully obey what the message is. So I just feel like it's interesting. It's really interesting. Even in ancient time, people do like put like a huge stone things or wood made things to worship the god, but to prepare so many food and so much animals, I don't know. I just feel like it's impossible for Noah or just his wife, Nama, yeah, to do it, because I think some books say, some documents say Nama helped Noah to collect all the animals, but his son and the 3 sons, they are too young, way too young to handle this job. So you can call it a miracle, or you can call it just God's bluffing. That's what I think. Yeah. Also from all the ark, the size of the ark, volume, everything, scientists did a simulation. It showed that this is a very stable design. So I think from one point, science actually is never reject God. Science actually is one way to getting close to God, or getting close to find his steps. So through that message, I realized Noah, he didn't finish the ship by himself. It's too big, way too big, way too many expert knowledge and skill need to be used, right? So there must be many followers participate in this kind of project. So gonna be a lot of sincere, devoted people, right? Or pious. Even the people is evil doesn't mean he is not pious people, right? Doesn't mean he's not devoted. Lot of like evil people, they are very sincere religion people. So they work on it. They did. I mean, the word they do, they did, they have been done those things, so many things. But you know what? Is that useful? No, I don't think so. Just like in the ancient Chinatown, there is a one monk, famous monk. His name is Damo. He went to a king. He went to a king, tried to convert the king, right? And the king did do a lot of things, build a temple and donation and help the poor people, whatever. And you know what? By the end, the king asked him, "Do I have any credit from it?" And you know what? The monk Damo, he told the king, "No, you have nothing. You have nothing to do with to do the Buddha, you know, because all you do this is for yourself." So I think like a lot of a modern church or a lot of modern congregations, they ask people, you need to donate how much, you need to do whatever. It doesn't really help you build any relationship or get any credit in front of God. It just make you feel good, make you in front of other people's eyes feel good, make other people say you good. Doesn't mean you are good, or doesn't mean you have any credit anyway. So you know what? God is gonna wipe you out without hesitation, because all those people get wiped out. God left them in the darkness, drawn in the water, get rotten, get blown, then became part of dust to ash. So become fishful. So what do you think like the character of God? He's callous. He doesn't care about the rest of what's the minority. Because I highly believe, that time maybe a lot of like people use a live human to bury and kill the war, whatever. Yeah, it is a little violent, but still has way to turn around, right? Or to save it. But God just, nope, it's not the ways I want it. I design it. Then you know what? I have the right to wipe everybody's out. This is highly violate, or he just violated the free will. He just violated the free will. Basically, he won't let things go. The universe, the highest rule of the universe is free will. He just violated. After I heard the size of the ark, my first question is it possible for human that time to make such huge boat? Yeah, it's 150 meters long and really tall. It's just a huge boat, right? I saw a lot of YouTube. They're doing a lot of like self-make kayak through one tree, or build a house, small like a log house, something. Yeah, indeed, it is feasible. Just use a saw, use all the modern tools. But back that time, even they have a saw, they have some tools, right? But we measure things based upon our size, our body size, because in there originally they used the measurement is your elbow, the 450 elbow, whatever the size. So I just like start to wonder, how could like Noah, without any rejection at all, even you say he walked with God, but you know what? If someone told me, say, hey, build a pyramid or build like a huge building just by you or your family, even just by your company, without other support, I'm kind of like I was shocked. I knew how to do it, but still like I was shocked, because it's just so bizarre to just by you. So I think about whether they have a different measurement or the way they view things are different. I remember early time, million years ago, there's dinosaur, huge dinosaur. So also talk about there are giants on the earth, right? Nephilis. So could it be a lot of human that time, they are huge. So the normal tree for them like a 330 feet tree for them, just grass, I think, or bush. Then maybe like even they are like 400 or 500 feet tall pine tree grow on the earth, so it can used to be the keel for the ark, because without keel the ark is gonna fall in parts. So that's the first question I thought, could it be that huge human, and well, since a dinosaur could be that big, yeah, could be. So the first question solved. The second question is how many days God planned to flood the earth. Because when you flood the earth, you want to kill all the giants, right? Actually, at the beginning, we already talk about his intention is to kill all the giants. And the giants messed up his gene, his project. So he want to wipe everything out back to the beginning. So if the water covers the top mountain, or just make everything covered back to the original stage. God Spirit hover above the water. Then after that, He separate the air and then let the ground come out. So into that stage, is that possible? Yes, indeed, because I noticed scientists found out the water on the Earth, the age is 4.6 billion years old. It's even older than sun, solar. So is that interesting? Yes, interesting. Actually, it does match. Bible said, hover above the water. Then after the water come out, the air come out, the ground. There is earth, there is sun, two stars. So it's possible. It's possible. But I think God miscalculated the earth or the abyss capability to swallow the water, the ground to swallow the water. So, shit, hold on. The previous video stopped just because there is a car accident while I'm driving, so distracting me. I've been thinking about another party, because we always think about things like three party: human, God, and other heavens. I'd rather call them other heavens, because people sometimes call them demon, devil, Lucifer, whatever. But I think it's just like the way of you against each other. You use this, but like me, I stand in the middle. I try to see through this big picture. So I'd rather call the other heavens. So I didn't see other heavens involvement during this 100,000 years. Starts the creation, everything. So only see the mention is the sons of God, right? Plural, sons of God came down to marry with human to breed, start to breeding. So that's all I can see. After that, when God started ready to wipe out everything, right? So that's something related to heaven. So I think, is that possible? There is a big coup in the heavens. So Lucifer brought 1/3 of angel, 1/3 of fallen angel, they call fallen angel, left to the earth. Is it before great flood or after great flood? I prefer, or I think it's reasonable, most likely it will be after the flood, because firstly, before the flood, those different parties, different heavens, different gods, whatever, their crew members, they are pretty happy on the earth. They build their own settlement. They start to populate everything, right? But a big flood wipe everything off, almost. So what do you think? You lost a grandchild, you lost a child, you lost a brother, sister, or you lost a relative. Definitely it's a relative. It's not just a clone or something. It's a relative. And even heavens, even gods or other aliens, we build upon the feeling, our memories, our loves. All those things you wipe out. Even they can live 100,000 years, they can start a new thing, but you can't forget the old things. It takes time to getting fade to digest, right? So you definitely will take action. So I think that's another party after flood. They get pissed off. They can't face that kind of result, because it's kind of everything went away, So they may be the weak party from heaven, but they still have a certain amount. So they leading those angels or fallen angels or demon, whatever, left the heavens. And I think they realized there is a certain place or certain things God power cannot do it. So they mostly they focus on the earth. I think that before, even during